This is Aaron Trader. It's about 4 o'clock here. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, daily and your weekly chart. Now, crude oil was very, very interesting there today because it held all this nice key support level here going on, and it didn't even get down to that 21 SMA, which was very good. So I scalped UCO today. It had a really good trading range. It was 31.97 on the bottom and 32.42 on the top. So anytime it got down to that 32 area, that was a really good buying opportunity. So I scalped it 3 times today. This is looking here actually very good. Now I'm still holding onto some shares here. So I'm going to see what Ho's reaction is going to be here at 6 o'clock tonight is when the futures open here to see how it trades there till 8 o'clock. So I might be out of it or I might hold it until tomorrow. I got to see how this is all going to shake out. But this was a very, very good day, and it left a nice bottoming tail. Now, we look at today's low on the crude oil here. You had 80.55, and that's really what you did is you held this area right here, okay? So you have your 80.55 here, and then here's your 80.30. That was the key level that we were looking to hold here, okay? So you had 80.42, you had 80.59. This is the area that we really wanted to hold, and it did, and you closed back above this key level, which was the 80.85, which is always very bullish, and you closed above this key 8 SMA, looking very good. So in the last video, you notice I was pointing out this candle here, which was basically 79.29, and we are trading this box. So if you look at the bottom of these candles, okay, so you look at the low of 75.54 here and 75.52. If you just take that right across here, we are trading that box right there. And then we bumped up here to this box, and now what we're doing is we're trading a little higher box. So you have your high there at 83.12, and then we have this nice low coming right across here at 80.30. So we have a nice, good support level going on right there, which is very, very tradable. Okay, so we might get sideways action just like we had here. How many days? 12, 13 days. And then we had the sideways action here, and now we got more sideways action before eventually this is going to break out. So let's look at the downside first. So you want to watch here when the futures open here at 6, we want to watch this 81.60. Very, very key. Now, again, if that's lost, we look to the bottom of yesterday's candle. That's 81.22. Then we just follow the candles, okay? So you had 80.59 here. You had 80.42, and then there's your 80.30, and then you have your nice 80.02. That is your 21 SMA. So those are going to be your nice support levels. Again, obviously, if it's lost, we can come down to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 79.57 here. Then we want to look at this 8 SMA here at 79.08, and then we look at 78.58, okay, if it sells right on down. Now, your 8-day here is still rallying up here. It's a little bit more than sideways action here. See how we had that sideways action here, and then it just right on up here? So we might get the same kind of a scenario here, okay? But again, watch this 8-day, and then watch this 80.30 and that 21-day. That's going to be key to holding this upper level box intact, okay? So now what you want to do, let's look at the upside. Well, we want to obviously look at today's high. You have an 81.74. Then we'll come up to this level here at 81.92. And then we look at yesterday's high at 82.36. And then we have that 82.48. Very, very key. And then we can come up here to your 82.65. Then you want to come over here to the Hondo at 83.09. And then your 83.12. Which is your retest area here of your crude oil, okay? So right now, crude oil here sitting at $81.71, okay? So just a quick recap here. These blue lines here, these are price channels, okay? So I always like putting the price channels on here because it gives you that bottom and that support levels here, like for crude, just like it does your resistant levels here, okay? Very, very nice. Now, if you look at this price channel here, it's basically the bottom of that candle coming right across. And this is always a bullish sign when they're moving up in a nice upward direction, okay? Very, very good. This is the 8 SMA, which is a simple moving average, which means it's an 8-day average, or it's an average over an 8-day period. This is your 21 simple moving average, your 50-day, your 100-day, and then your 200 simple day moving average. Just so you know, just a little bit of recap here. So we really want to watch here is this 8 SMA here when those futures open, and then watch this candle. The high was 81.74, the low was 80.55, and you close at 81.72. Very, very nice here, okay? So this is what we're going to be looking at here when the futures open here tonight at 6 o'clock and tradable till 8 o'clock, okay? So watch that. If that breaks up higher, then we just watch yesterday's high. We follow the candles all the way up here till we can get to this 100-day. Now, when you look at the weekly chart here, you can see how nice, see that 8-day rolling up just beautiful here. Now, look at how many times it's held it. Now, last week for the week here, sticky. See, look at those stickies sitting up there. But it went right into that 100. So far, we're going up here. You got to close above. If we can close above that 83.09, then you have 83.12. But this is the candle you'll be looking for. Oil will be going up to $85.30. That's what you're going to be looking for, okay? So now we look at RSI, which is your relative strength index. It measures how much strength that you have, okay? And your MACD. Your MACD is basically your momentum. Once your green gets above the red, that shows you have positive momentum, just like here. See, there's the green above the red, and then look what happens to oil. See, it goes right on up. That's positive momentum, and that's what we have going on here. The key to the upside here is not just the candles, but it's going to be this 100-day. That is your big target, that 83.09. On the downside, watch this key 8 simple moving average. And if that's lost, you look to this 80.30 because that was the recent low on the candles. And then you have your 21-day right below that at 80.02. Okay. Right now, crude oil for me is a great trading vehicle here. But right now, I'm just on the long side. I'm not trading on the short side because I just didn't see it. Because when we hit that low, we didn't even come and touch these candles or even that 21-day. We held that nice support level here, and then we rallied up. But rallied up all day long. Three nice scalps on UCO. Man, really, really good trading there in the old crude ski. Okay, let's take a look here at natty gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Same chart setup as we had like on a crude, okay? Now, you look at today's candle right here, okay? And all you can say is from yesterday, down goes Frazier all the way down. Look at that lower low, okay? So now the key level here to watch is going to be this 8 SMA right here, 1.716. You're sitting right on it. And then right below that here is 1.70. Okay, now we have not filled this gap, okay? See, so when it had that contract roll, you had the bottom there of 1.775. But the top of this candle is 1.67. So if this 8 SMA here is lost, that's where you're going, okay, right there. 1.67. Below that, you have that 1.64 level going on here, and then you could retest this 1.58 level. And then below that, we look to the bottom there, 1.57, and then 1.52. But right now, you're playing the old pinball between the 8 SMA here and your 21-day. Now, you notice that you can't hold that 21-day, so now you got the pinball action. But what I don't like about this is that when you always have a lower low, it reminds me of this, okay? Where you just, as soon as you make those lower lows, until you get a reversal candle like we have here, this could keep going on lower until we retest that gap fill or even at 1.58. So you can't have no opinion on, say, just because it's above that 21-day, that, oh, natural gas is going up. No. You got to watch that candle, the previous day's candle, 1.83 on the top, 1.77. Once you lost that, that's time that says me, I got to get short down to that 8 SMA. Now, again, if that 8 SMA, I have to get short down to here, to that top of that 1.67, and then maybe even down to the 1.64, and maybe even to that retest, that 1.58 here, okay? So have no opinion, okay? That's the key. Traded both ways. Scalped the KOLD today. Did not trade any of the UNG or the Boyle or anything. I just didn't see anything risk to reward that says I can make money on the long side. Today was the money on the short side. Okay, that's just how that goes. So watch this key 8 SMA here, especially tomorrow. Remember, this is a shortened week. There's only 4 days trading this week here. Tomorrow's the end of it. And then Friday is going to be a whole, it's a day off. That's Good Friday, so there's no market. So you want to watch this 1.716 on a closing basis, because look here what happens, okay? See, when the price rise up, you can't get through that. See, so if you know that, then you know you got to take a short. See, if you know that. Now look what's going on here. You are sitting right on that price with this, okay? So if you go below it, you're going to get yourself another red candle here, and that's going to look pretty ugly, as they say. Okay, upside. Bottom line, 21 SMA. You got to get above and close above 1.769. If you can, then we look at today's high, okay, 1.789, and we look at yesterday's high at 1.83. And then we can follow the candles. You have 1.84 up here. Okay, we can look to the bottom there. You have 1.87, the top 1.88. And then we have 1.90, 1.92. But this is your target right here, 1.937. So if natural gas can get above this 21-day, right there is where it's going to go as that 50-day. And then above that, we have this price channel sitting at 2 flat. What I don't like about is here, see, waterfall. 100-day waterfall. But as this 50 simple moving average comes down, and even if this price comes up, that's going to be big time resistance. Like hitting a brick wall is what it's going to be, okay? And I'm not talking about just bricks. I'm talking about reinforced brick walls with rebar in it, because that's how tough it's going to be hitting into that 50 SMA here. Very, very strong here, okay? So bottom line, watch that 21-day, watch that 50-day. That's your upside. Downside, watch this 8 SMA here. Watch this 8 SMA here. If that is all lost, you could probably retest that 1.589. Now, RSI, not really telling you much here. Your green is still above the red, so it shows you have momentum here, but doesn't really look like it, more like to the downside. Okay, so it's not really working. This here is still bearish, and this key 8 SMA is still very, very bearish. All the way, waterfall down, 21-day, waterfall down, 100-day, waterfall down. Okay, let's look at an hourly and a 4-hour chart. Okay, we have the 4-hour chart here. This was that contract roll when she rolled. Okay, so you had 1.64 on the top, and then we looked at the bottom of that candle there. You have 1.79. So as this is coming down, right there is your gap going to be at the bottom of there, and then here's your fill. Okay, if that's lost, 1.58, that's where natural gas is going to go, right down to there. Okay, very, very simple. Now you're barely hanging on to this 50-day here and this 21-day. And just looks ugly. See how the 8 days rolling over here? It just looks lower. Now, again, what you have to watch here on the upside is this 8 SMA, okay, 1.71. You have the 200-day sitting right there, too. If you get above all that, then you can have a target of the 21-day, and then we can have your 50-day, and then your retest over there here at the 1.78. Bottom line on this here on the bottom is watch that price channel 1.70. Okay, that's it. If that's lost, you're going to come right to the top of it here, this candle here, and fill that gap. That's exactly. Now, again, it'd probably be best if it did fill these gaps here. That way you don't have to worry about it, and you can move right on up here. But realistically, once we lost that 1.64 and it fell down here, that contract roll did not help it at all, and she's just selling right off. Now, again, natural gas, if it needs a catalyst, so if you can have yourself a hot summer, okay, natural gas is going to look like a huge buying opportunity here right now. The key is patience. Don't have no opinion, okay, of this is going to go there, this is going to go there. Let the charts tell you where it's going to go, okay? Charts don't lie. They're just lines on paper. That's all they are. I don't care. Give a rat's ass one way or the other. They're just lines on papers with a bunch of sticks, okay? So always remember that. Trade the charts. Not, don't trade what you want. Trade what you see. That is the key. So again, watch this key level right here, that 1.70, which lines up very nice with the 8 SMA there on your daily chart. If that's lost here, we can come all the way down here to these gaps here at basically 1.64. Okay, that's what I got for you on the old Crude Ski and Natty Gas. I'll be back tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock, and we will do it all over again. Now, remember, natural gas, the EIA report will be out there at 10:30, and the rig count should be out there at 1 o'clock. All right, thanks for watching.